Well, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it is a beautiful day here in Montana. It's almost 60 degrees today. So, we're going to finish the Disney collection we have with Peter Pan, An Adventure for Wendy. Oh, brand new book. Written right there, illustrated right there. So, let's just dig right into this and get this out there. An Adventure for Wendy. Hopefully you guys can see this because I can't tell if it's too dark or not. Peter Pan and the Lost Boys loved listening to Wendy's bedtime stories. Tinkerbell, too, never missed a telling. They were all hidden treasures and magical pixie dust. But one night, during story time, the Lost Boys all looked bored. Even Michael and John found their sister's tale dull. We've all heard these stories before, Wendy grumbled. Cubby grumbled. Please tell us a new one, John chimed in. Where will I find inspiration for a fresh story, Wendy wondered aloud. Then it came to her. Wendy's bedtime stories were all starred Peter Pan. All she needed to do was a brand new story, was adventure with Peter Pan. But the next morning, Wendy couldn't find Peter anywhere. I'm sorry, old chaps, John said, pushing up his glasses. I saw Peter and Tink leaving extra early for their outing this morning. The Lost Boys looked disappointed. You need Peter Pan to have an adventure, declared Rabbit. What will we do, Wendy asked Toots. Now, boys, don't worry, said Wendy. I'll just have to create my own adventure. Oh, what's Wendy going to do? What do you think's going to happen? Let's just keep reading and see. Wendy took a shortcut through the jungle on her way to the ocean. She ran under the rushing waterfall, skipped over the epping stone, and greeted a hippopotamus that lived in the river. Hippopotamus, right there. She looked up to see orangutan's family racing between the trees. That looked like a great time, exclaimed Wendy. Finding an adventure can wait a little longer, I'm sure. So Wendy joined the fun above. She and the orangutan swung high above the ground from tree to tree. Looks like she's got an adventure she doesn't even know she's got. I wish I could spend all day with you, said Wendy, when everyone stops to rest. But I'm in search of adventure. We should not let the Lost Boys down. Wendy said goodbye to her new friends and headed towards the bluffs that bordered the sea. As Wendy skipped past the simmering mermaid lagoon, she heard someone cry, "Help! Oh dear!" gasped Wendy. The mermaid was stuck in a fishing net. Her friends were nowhere to be seen. See the mermaid down there? Wendy's going to help her. I'm sure of it. Finding a bedtime story would have to wait once again. Wendy dived into the water, swam towards the mermaid, and rescued her from the nets. Thank you for saving me, gushed the mermaid. You were so brave. Won't you stay and play in the lagoon for a while? Wendy the mermaid splashed and laughed in the water. This is so much fun, Wendy said as she came up from a dip in the cove. But I really must be going. I still have to find an adventure. Wendy hiked along the coast, heading towards the rowboat marooned at the dock. Once she reached the boat, Wendy thought she could finally start her adventure at sea. Then she'd have a bedtime story to tell. See the boat down there? Way back there? That's where she's going. But when Wendy arrived at the rowboat, she found Smee trying to steal it. Smee? Now, Mr. Smee, you leave them boats alone, warned Wendy. It belongs to the Lost Boy. The pirate grinned. You'll have to fight me for it, little lass, he challenged. Clang, clang, Winnie dueled with Smee, using all the sword skills she'd learned from the Peter and a few tricks of her own. Soon victory was hers. As a boat, her adventure could finally begin. Come on. The lighting just is terrible out here today. But Wendy looked to the sky. She saw the sun setting on the horizon. It was time to head back. Gotta go tell the boys her story. When the Lost Boys gathered around, Wendy apologized. I'm sorry, boys. I meant to have a marvelous adventure today, but it was harder than I thought it would be. Things kept getting in the way. She told them about swinging through the trees with the orangutans, saving the mermaid, and a fight off Smee. You see, she finished. It was meant to be. She doesn't realize she did have an adventure. The Lost Boys listened in awe. Peter Pan was enthralled, racing through the trees, swimming in the lagoon, and dueling with a pirate? Wendy had a heck of a day. A heck of a day. Wendy, what a thrilling day you had, Peter exclaimed. You're so courageous, said John. The Lost Boys all agreed it was the best bedtime story they'd ever heard. Hooray for Wendy, they cheered. Looking back on her day, Wendy realized they were right. She created an adventure all of her own. What a wonderful feeling. And that's the story. That was Peter Pan's An Adventure for Wendy. So, thanks for watching. And on a personal note, I just want to send a big happy birthday to my oldest. Love you and happy birthday, baby. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Till next time, keep reading and keep watching. Take care.